talk about this probably longer than we have because the
So-
tax thing on the state level, I understand the governor, well, there's been a lot of talk about eliminating property tax or just coming to a different kind of tax, but you're going too fast for me here. Jobs and prosperity, I know how to call that. We need trucks. Fiscal responsibility, you need a good highways to put those trucks. I'm back on the transportation.
Yeah, I guess I know what your issue is.
So if you want, I would outlaw truck drivers.
I am
Well,
pro-trailer park, so don't worry.
Okay, well, we need to have some place. You've surely seen all the trucks on 35.
Yeah.
And I know from our border stuff, Laredo alone was like $260 billion a year. And that's in two truck bridges and one railroad bridge. Mm. And a lot of them trucks are right out here on 35. And they built these toll roads with charge weights, and no trucks get on them. They cost too much.
Well, that's nice.
You want to skip that and give tax relief? Or?
Well, I think one of the things is we can talk about with the transportation is I mentioned earlier some of the issues with TxDOT. So we've got to look at, can we spend what we have more efficiently? Because the idea of just trying to grab more tax money that's just not going to work. And one of the problems we've had in the transportation sector is they've kind of leaned towards the toll roads because they're looking at they're trying to grab a pot outside of the gas tax. Well, one of the things is that gas tax money has been diverted from road purposes to other things. So one of the things to help alleviate that would be to look at those diversions and bring it back to road purposes for the gas tax that we have.
Well, at the Capitol, they tried to tell me that's because we're all getting more efficient cars, and so they're not getting the same kind of road use tax per gallon, which is nonsense, as we both know, since they're burning more gas than ever, which means that they're getting plenty of taxes, and you say they're diverting them away. Is there anything we can do about this?
Well, look, part of these decisions is made by the state house. So this is.
So we need to elect you to help.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I want to basically make sure that we protect the taxpayers as we make these difficult decisions and go through the budget and make sure we are fiscally responsible. Don't spend money we don't have. Don't the guy I'm running against, he wanted to raid the rainy day fund for something he'll call the sunny day fund. Well, the problem is now we're in the rainy day. Let's make sure.
I always like these terms that come up with the rainy day fund, the sunny day fund.
The point being is.
How about the trailer park fund? Think we can lobby for that?
We can do that, but that's keep taxes low and make sure that you guys can do your business and go out and keep a little more money in your pocket.
For all business, it's good to give tax relief. I can't pull off the top of my head what the governor was saying about it, but it's obviously going to be a big issue in the statewide.
Yeah, so I think the key thing is it's going to be a tough budget, so the commitment really is let's make sure we can close this budget gap like was done in 2002, 2003 without raising taxes. A lot of other states didn't make that choice. They went and they said, look, this is too hard. We're going to have to raise taxes. And there's been some proposals, and people have been floating some things to. There was an increase in the exemption for the franchise tax. They're talking about, well, we'll let that expire and go down, and that's in effect a tax increase. You can do those things, hurt the taxpayer, and then it makes it a little easier, but that doesn't help the economy. You go after the taxpayer, the economy gets hurt. And we're already hurt hard enough in terms of the jobs. Nationwide, Texas is better than the other states, but we still have unemployment too high. And I'm walking down, and when I'm talking to folks in our district, in the neighborhoods, it's unfortunate, but I'm talking to too many people who have laid off and haven't found a new position.
That's right. That's right.
There's too much of that going on because we do not have an economy that's growing private sector jobs. Since the Democrats took control of Congress in beginning of 2007, 6 million private sector jobs have been lost. And
we only got, what, 3-4 seats ahead of them here in the State House. How many do you think it is? 3?
We're about 4 seats ahead.
So we're not really very far ahead right here in Texas, are we?
Well, yeah, but I think we'll do okay in November.
I'm not too worried about it here in this state.
We'll see.
Good
but
leadership.
I think the point is that because we've had a more fiscally conservative state than these other states, we've done better than the other states. Sure. But then you look to Washington and what they've done in the last couple of years, and we have been spending money we don't have. they have not been looking out for.
Jump in
private
anytime you
sector
want,
jobs.
Mike.
I was just
Sorry, I'm on a roll, man.
Let it roll, and then you can jump in
You
here.
know, and I think this is about, you know, growing the economy in terms of the private sector versus growing the government. And I think we got to get back to growing the private sector economy rather than growing the government. And again, that's just basic fiscally responsible government. Keep the taxes low, don't spend money we don't have. And that's where we got to get back to. Not just in the state, of course, but back in Washington, D.C., which has completely lost that message.